Timothee Chalamet is down to do a comic book movie. Here's what he had to say to the New York Times. Now more than ever, we can all collectively say, Timmy in the MCU? Or Timmy in the DC universe. In a recent interview with the New York Times while promoting Dune Part 2, they asked Timothee Chalamet why he hasn't been in a comic book movie yet, and here's what he had to say. Well, Leonardo DiCaprio said to me, no superhero movies, no hard drugs, which I thought was very good. In my opinion, I thought Leo gave him half good advice. No hard drugs is for sure great advice, but no superhero movies. Come on now, a great movie is a great movie. Just take a look at The Dark Knight. Could you imagine if Christian Bale, Heath Ledger, Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, any of the actors in this movie, can you imagine if they thought to themselves, no superhero movies, then we wouldn't have the greatest comic book movie of all time in The Dark Knight. In fact, it was The Dark Knight that made him want to act in a superhero movie. If the script is great, if the director's great, he'll now consider it, which I think is awesome for us comic book fans and Timmy stans. Some of the best actors like Russell Crowe, Cate Blanchett have been in comic book movies before because they've connected with their scripts. Most recently, Joaquin Phoenix, one of the greatest actors ever, won an Oscar playing the Joker. Comic book movies should not be disregarded as a genre just because they're comic book movies. We can actually get compelling performances in them, as we've seen before. Just look at what Robert Downey Jr. did with Iron Man. He completely reinvigorated his entire career leading up to Oppenheimer, which will win him an Oscar because of a comic book movie. And I'm really happy to see Timothy's perspective kind of change on the superhero comic book blockbuster. I think his recent experiences with Wonka and Dune Part 1 and 2 have kind of shown him that he can still be that incredible actor in this grand scale story. And I think that's what he's going to be looking for. He's going to be looking for something to challenge himself as an actor, something similar to Call Me By Your Name, Beautiful Boy, Little Women, but in a comic book movie. And I think once he finds the right project, it's going to be outstanding. Now here's the big question. Do you want to see Timothee Chalamet in the Marvel Universe or the DC Universe? And which character could you see him playing? If he was in the MCU, I think he would be a phenomenal Harry Osborn, Peter Parker, Spider-Man's best friend in Spider-Man 4. Imagine the love triangle, the friendships between Harry, Zendaya's MJ, and Tom Holland's Peter Parker. Come on now, this would break $1 billion at the box office. For DC, I could definitely see him playing a Robin. I'm just not sure which one yet. It would be an older Robin. Maybe he's Nightwing at this point with Dick Grayson. Maybe he's Red Hood with Jason Todd. Tim Drake, I think, would be sick. I'm not sure. But all I know is he is one of the greatest actors in his generation, if not the best. And if he decides to join a comic book movie, I'm there opening day.